What up, folks? It's your pal, Coach Vino, and this is the Glass Half Full podcast where we turn setbacks into comebacks. Let's go.
Yo, 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 everybody goes through setbacks, but don't let these setbacks make you take a step back. Step back from the situation, put your brush down, envision the picture you're painting, because everybody goes through setbacks.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Coach Vino, the people's bartender, and your certified coach from the Boogie Down Bronx. So I hope everybody's well since the last time we hung out. I got to tell you, it is a gorgeous spring day here in New York, and I got a great topic to talk to you guys about. So that's really a perfect combination for your pal, Coach Vino here. I love a nice weather and a good topic, you know. And today's topic is about capping your self-worth. This is something that you'd be surprised how many folks actually struggle with this, whether they realize it or not. And what exactly do I mean by capping your self-worth? Well, I mean, look at it like this. There are people, probably you, that are walking around like there's a limit to what they're worth. Like there's some invisible ceiling that's hanging over their heads, right? And on the ceiling it says, this is as good as it's going to get, buddy. Don't ask for more. Don't dream bigger. Just be grateful and shut up, and that's it, right? I'm telling you. But here, we don't do that like that here. You know what I'm saying? Not on my watch. That's not how we work here. On the Coach Vino's podcast, we're going to break that ceiling, okay? Look, let me tell you something. The world is going to try to put a price tag on you the moment it can. It's going to label you based on your job title, your past mistakes, your bank account, your relationship status, even where you come from, like your zip code, imagine. And if you're not careful, then you're going to start believing it. You're going to start buying into this narrative. And you're going to operate like, oh, I guess this is all I deserve. The world says that's what it is. I guess I got to deal with it. No, let me tell you something. That is not the truth. That is just conditioning. That is fear talking. And that is society whispering in your ear and trying to keep you in your place. It's trying to hold you down. The man is holding you down. Let me ask you this. Who decides the value of your life? Who said that your worth is negotiable? I know Coach Vino didn't. And I'm assuming that if you love yourself, then you definitely didn't do it. You see, your self-worth isn't about what you have. It's about what you are. You, my friend, are a walking, breathing, one-of-a-kind, absolute miracle. Seriously. You are here for a reason. You're not here just to punch a clock, pay some bills, and fade into the background, right? And then fade into obscurity once you're gone. No. You've got something inside you that no one else can bring to the table. Every single one of us does. But if you're going to walk around with your shoulders slumped, your head down, talking yourself out of every opportunity, you're not just hurting yourself. You're also robbing the world of the real you, of your gift. Listen, I come from a place where self-worth wasn't exactly handed out with the school lunch. You know what I'm saying? I had to build it brick by brick. I had to unlearn all of the noise, all the conditioning, all of the lies that said I wasn't smart enough, that I wasn't polished enough, especially with this accent of mine, right? I just wasn't right enough to be successful. And let me tell you something. The moment I stopped asking for permission to value myself, my whole life shifted. See, here's the thing. You teach people how to treat you. Okay? And that starts with how you treat yourself. If you settle for less, then you invite less. If you're constantly downplaying your ideas or your talents or just your voice, don't be surprised when the rest of the world does the same thing to you. All right? And I ain't saying to walk around acting like you're better than anybody. I'm saying walk around like you know who you are and what you're worth, so that nobody else gets to write that price tag for you. Okay? Here's some real talk, man. Maybe you grew up being told to be realistic, right? Maybe you got laughed at for dreaming too big. Or maybe your last relationship broke you down, piece by piece, little by little. And you started thinking that maybe you were the problem. Let me tell you something. Your past might explain you, might explain why you are the way you are right now. But let me tell you something else. It does not define you. You don't need to shrink to fit in the spaces that you have outgrown. Okay? Let me say that again for you, nice and clear. The microphone's probably going to peak because of this. You don't need to shrink to fit into the spaces that you've outgrown. You don't need to dim your light just because someone else can't handle your brightness. Let them have it. Blind them with your shine. If someone can't see your value, that's on them. That's their limitation. Don't make it yours. Now, I know someone's out there, they're listening and thinking, hey, but Vino, I don't got the resume, I don't got the confidence, I don't even know for sure what to bring to the table. And you know what? Let me tell you something. That's all right. Just because you don't see it yet doesn't mean it isn't there. Confidence comes from consistency. You start showing up for yourself, even in the smallest ways, and your value will reveal itself. And a great way to do it is start keeping promises to yourself. Start talking to yourself with the same kindness that you give everybody else. And start saying no to stuff that drains you and brings you nothing. And say yes to things that help you grow. That's not your ego. That's respect. Respect for yourself. Okay? And it's going to gain you respect from others. But it all starts with you. So how do we stop capping our self-worth? Well, here's 3 things you could do right now, like just to start. Number 1 is stop waiting for external validation. If you're waiting for someone else to crown you, you're going to be waiting forever. No one's going to crown somebody else. If anything, people want to bring other people down. So you need to validate yourself first. Number 2, challenge the story. Every time that voice in your head says, I'm not good enough, take a second, take a breath, and ask yourself, where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Is that true? Because let me tell you something. Most of the time, it ain't. Right? Then number 3, surround yourself with people who remind you of who you are. Okay? Not who you were. And not who you want to be. But just who you are at your core. Because here's the truth. You were born worthy. You don't need to earn it. You just need to believe it. You need to claim it. And you need to carry yourself accordingly. So stop capping your self-worth. Don't put a limit on something that was designed for you to grow. You got dreams, go get them. You want more? Claim it. You feel like there's something greater inside of you? Well, guess what? There is. Well, that's all I got for you folks. If you enjoyed today's podcast, I'd appreciate it if you left a review so you can help Coach Vino feed the hungry algorithm. If you or someone you know might want to work with Coach Vino, you could visit my website, coachvinollc.com. You can also follow the podcast on social media, where I share more of my thoughts in bite sizes. And it gives me an opportunity to interact with you guys directly, which is always fun. So you can find me anywhere and everywhere at Coach Vino Podcast. And remember, folks, if nobody else tells you, Coach Vino appreciate you. Cheers.
I find it hard to reveal these thoughts and express what I'm feeling in a hip-hop form. But I was born to succeed, so as long as I breathe, ain't nobody on this earth gonna crush my dreams. Yo, this might be the end of the verse, but this is just the start of a new beginning. Word.